Welcome to your magical moon message on this obscenely hot day. I don't know why I thought it was smart to wear a black shirt, but fuck it. I mean, screw it. No, fuck it. Welcome to your magical moon message. We have the moon in Pisces and the sun in Cancer. And oh my god, sun really feels like it's to melt your face off, but that was a bad joke. My bad. Other than that, yeah, this is the divine exploration and full expression of your psychic ability. But let me not say full expression as much as ascension. Ninth house aspects to the sun bring us to the next level. And in the context of Pisces and Cancer, I had to retreat to the shadows, y'all. This is too hot. I literally had to find a shadow just to do all this. Y'all not about to watch me melt in front of you, but yeah, you're coming into an ascended understanding. So that's ninth house to the sun, ascended understanding moon of the metaphysical perspectives or the metaphysical phenomena, divine perspectives, and ultimate realization and understanding Pisces of psychic power, what and how you feel, and how to project that Cancer, okay? You want to keep in mind that everything that we've gone through up until this point has actually prepared you for this chapter, because after the moon leaves Pisces, then it's going to go into Aries and revisit how we started this transit off. Namely, with the moon in Aries, coming out of Pisces and redefining your understanding of yourself now that you've mastered certain elements of your psychic power, special power, expression. It's important to note that psychic power doesn't have to be this woo-woo abstract concept. Intrapsychic, intrapersonal psychic could really just denote the, I won't say quantum, but the unseen, subtle realm of energy that flows through you in ways that aren't necessarily linear. So, an example of being psychic doesn't have to be you see visions. There are actually a lot of things that we do that we claim is normal, but is actually psychic. It's not. It doesn't have to be like you're talking to ghosts. Being psychic could be discerning very quickly that someone is not trustworthy in use with just basic analysis. So what makes something psychic relative to it being grounded in natural and physiological is that it takes into account intrapersonal psychic subtle energy that, based on the realm of feelings, enables you to tap into it, because feelings allow you to be receptive to the vibes around you. So emotions are Cancer, psychology and wisdom is Scorpio, pureness, but then the vibe is the experience of an emotion, that's Pisces. So shout out to Coach Cito. I like the vibe. All right, I should have sang that, but make sure you check that song out, Like the Vibe by Chaos. That's that dude right there. Okay, so you are feeling into the ultimate vibe, or you're feeling into the vibe of the power of your emotions, the power of your sincerity, and the power of your psychic abilities. And so you feeling into the vibe of it, right? If Cancer is the power and substance, what's the experience? This vibe is going to ascend and guide you into a higher understanding of everything you've activated and harvested. What's even better here is Moon in Pisces is the final part of this harvest before the third quarter square in Aries, where we start to clear the field and prepare to plant new seeds for New Moon in Leo, where we'll be on stage expressing in a talent show powers we've just harvested. Okay, so it really is a huge deal, just off the strength that you're getting ready over the next couple of days to see, all right, ninth house of vision, to see more evidence and breakthrough of the mastery of said psychic ability, okay? And this is going to take the practical insight, Moon in Virgo unveiled, and you're going to be guided to express newly harvested abilities beyond what you're capable of. This is the Ascension. In that, Moon in Virgo had you learn new skills. Now Moon in Pisces, you've mastered it through Sagittarius to where you can show and teach people what it is you learned 2 weeks ago. So this period now more than ever will exemplify a full-on expression of, whereas in Moon and Sag you understood what your powers look like, now you're fully showing and being able to express the highest understanding of why you're able to do what you can do. Huge, because once the moon goes into Aries, you're going to take that understanding and now be like, okay, now that I've mastered this and can show people this and teach it, this is who I am. That's the Moon in Aries third quarter square. So this is going to be the final part of this breakthrough of a harvest. Okay, the full moon Capricorn completed it by us utilizing these abilities. Moon in Aqua just finished downloading a lot of knowledge towards how to feel. And so many of you have fleshed out the lines of a coloring book, and the knowledge you gained has given you a framework, but you may not feel what the vibe of that is. You may be, once again, Agent K, where you now have accepted that you really were one of the best Men in Black agents, even though you didn't even really believe there was a Men in Black, but you saw evidence of this, right? Well, now you're feeling who you've always been. You're overcoming, in this case, the difference between Agent K, who doesn't remember who he is because he got neuralized, versus the Agent K who overcame the neuralization and remembered who he was. That's what Moon in Pisces on Neptune is going to have you unlock and understand in relation to the cycles that led up to this point. So it's a lot to look forward to. This definitely is exciting, but you also want to keep in mind that the presence of Neptune is incorporating unseen metaphysical dynamics that you will directly feel. Because the key to this transit here is we started off with Mercury 24 degrees conjunct the sun. And now you're activating a new cycle before they meet again when it retrogrades, where your brain's processing has caught up to your sun's awareness, your conscious awareness, all right? And this is where you're in more of a position to very realistically actually be aware of the psychic phenomena you're processing. Clearly, this is going to give you not only epiphanies, but this epiphany you're coming into with Moon in Pisces, the ultimate higher understanding of what this vibe guides you along the field. Because we're going to have Moon on Neptune trine Sun on Mercury. That's the ultimate divine revelation. And it's going to now put into context why you've gone through everything you've gone through, so you can understand how to identify with it. Third quarter square. There's so much more I want to say, because this is such a huge deal. I mean, ninth house transits to the sun are ascension. So you're taking newly defined special power you finally harvested and you're ascending it. Okay? Once again, this is you awakening to who you are. This is you really feeling what it really is like to be you versus understanding the concept of you and trying to wear your own clothes and act like who you are. You don't have to act like who you are. You need to be who you are. And so you're going to understand the ultimate vibe that enables you to really identify and really conclude this transit on how divine you feel. So you're tapping into a supernatural divine feeling, and this is going to adjust the perspective around your beliefs around yourself, so that once you understand the vibe of your sincere character, you can then identify and understand who that is, Moon in Aries. So be prepared for some of the most divine realizations you've ever seen in your life. Be prepared for insights and synchronicities to come back full circle. Many of you have given up on certain things and connections because it didn't make sense to you, it was non-linear, only to realize you were wrong about it the whole time. And it's not that it didn't work out, it's that you weren't looking at it the right way. And allow Neptune, the hangman, to change your perspective. You're going to come into an understanding that will change your perspective completely around how to feel about your power and around how powerful you are. Okay? So we unveiled how to really express this moon in Virgo, and now you're going to understand why, and also the higher level of what to express. All right? This is the climax of everything. And because Moon in Pisces is the final part of this harvest, this is now adjusting your perception so that now once you've taken all the crops off the field because you've harvested them, now you can enjoy it. So this is the transit that's going to follow up with the active action of these abilities coming into Aries. That means you'll spend the rest of Moon in Pisces experiencing the full mastery of new psychic abilities and powers you have just harvested. In that sense, many of you may find that you weren't necessarily stuck. You were just trying to rush the process. And now this Moon in Pisces can have you feel into everything beyond what you even think you're capable of. So really have fun with this. You want to be inspired with this transit as the light of the sun looking up into the ninth house of Pisces will literally, just like any Cancer rising or Cancer sun, help you see into the divine. All right, Pisces is the ninth house. You have vision, ninth house, Pisces, the unseen. Cancers can see the unseen based on their feelings, not with their physical senses, based on their emotions and how they're guided through their emotions, discerning the vibe, able to use their imagination to create an image of what their own physical brains cannot, because our brains lack the ability to process non-material substances. It wasn't designed for that. It doesn't have to, but you have emotions that can sense these things. You're sky blasting and rocketing out, a much more advanced application and expression and understanding of this. So, get ready to see things you never thought you'd ever see and understand what you're seeing. This is going to connect you with higher faculties of yourself and your brain and your soul, so that Moon goes into Aries and it's action time, baby. Because after that, Moon's going to go into Taurus. We're going to manifest the stage. Then Sun's going to go into Leo while Moon's in Gemini. That's the casting roll call. Then we have New Moon in Leo, and everything you're harvesting, you're performing at the talent show on stage, baby. Y'all stay blessed as always. Godspeed.